Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight we are in the Kagero. Now I'm not gonna lie, it's been a while since I actually recorded this video. It's an older video, but I wanted to bring it to you guys because I just didn't feel like getting on and playing tonight. Not feeling very well. I'm gonna try to get through the video. You probably hear it in my voice a little bit. My throat's pretty scratchy, not a big fan. Sinus pressure and the headache is just not preferable. I'm assuming my niece has got me sick, or at least that's who I'm going to blame for it, because I went to my niece's birthday party, or it could have just been her or them or any of the, I don't know, 100 or so, 200 kids that were at the area. Not all for her birthday party, but just because of the type of, it was a bouncy castle place, so there were lots of snotty-nosed kids running around. And I, being the introvert that I am that likes to record YouTube videos, and the only other time I leave the house really is to go to work, I don't run into a lot of these snotty-nosed kids, and I don't have kids myself. I like to just, you know, spoil my nieces as best I can anyway. Not having a whole lot of money, but that's the way that works. Anyway, with all that aside, we're going to try to get through this. Just trying to make it through this. I hate being sick. I really do. I don't get sick very often, but when I do, I'm just miserable. I turn into, like, there's always the part of me that just, like, remembers being a kid and being sick. There's nothing better than being sick as a kid, and I know some of you are like, what are you talking about, Spartan? Have you ever been sick? It sucks being sick. I don't care if you're a kid or an adult, but as a kid, everybody just, like, everything that you can ever hope for happens when you're a kid and you're sick. Like, your mom or your dad are just like all there waiting for you. Anything you need, they're right on top of it. Like, that's the best thing. As an adult, nothing. You got nothing. Especially for those of us who choose to stay single, you got nothing. It's just you. And when you're sick, you're miserable. So hopefully you guys aren't going to be miserable. Hopefully I make this interesting. Now, I'll be real honest. I don't think I've posted this video. If I have, please call me out on it and let me know. I don't think I've posted this video in the past. If I have, again, please let me know. I don't like doing that. That's not intentional. I save a lot of videos, and I use some of the older videos when I get myself into these situations, like I'm sick, or if I just flat out don't want to record that night, because that does happen every once in a while. We're going to go ahead and throw some torpedoes in the water towards the Vanguard. We've got the Amagi out there. Now, the Amagi here is doing what can only be described as kiting. Now, it could just be that he's a flat-out coward, and some people will call him that. He's running away, but he's faced with being the only ship on this side, and at least 2 battleships are shooting at him, and he has no idea that I'm here yet. Now, those torpedoes that we launched were on target to do some damage. Now, I get detected because I didn't know that there was a cruiser behind the water. Oh, God. Run, Spartan. Turn and run away. I mean, kite. Definitely kite. That's the... Oh, my God. Did we just... Come on. That's it? That's all we got? 4? All right. I'll take it. 62,000 damage that quickly. Yeah. Vanguard definitely did not see that coming. And we get some smoke between us and the cruiser. I didn't even look to see what the cruiser... Oh, God. What the cruiser was. But I am not sticking around to find out. Hey, look, it's Miyoko. Oh, God. It's the best high explosive in the game. Spartan, run away. Keep running and don't look back. You're looking back, Spartan. Stop it. I know you're trying to get torpedo... Oh, God. This can only go horribly wrong. We launched torpedoes on his course, and I am assuming he is going to turn back towards where he came, because otherwise he's just out in the middle of the ocean, and he's got multiple battleships ready to engage him. Now, did we make the right play? It looks good so far. Come on. Are we going to hit him? Oh, we're going to get one! We're going to get him! Oh, come on! Darn it, I hate trying to torpedo cruisers. It's so difficult. They're so maneuverable. But we were close. But close is not close enough, unfortunately. But he took quite a beating. He's not really happy with himself. The battleship can't spot me if I fire, so we're going to try to set a fire on this Miyoko. And then he goes broadside on in front of my battleships and takes another pounding, and that leaves him very low health. And, oh man, my throat. We're going in for the kill. Oh my god! Okay, we're fine. I thought we were about to get obliterated, about to get bifurcated by our battleship. And it would have been my fault. Just not, oh, ouch, that hurt. Oh god. Hey, look. Oh, battleship, what are you doing? That's gonna leave a mark. He definitely ate a couple of those torpedoes. And we were spotted for a second, so, of course, rounds incoming. That's how that works. Now, if you look at the minimap right now, you will notice that there's a few people headed towards our base. There is one destroyer and one battleship left to defend it. There's at least 2 destroyers and 2 battleships going after our base. And so that means at some point in the near future, I'm going to have to try to intercept the base. Now, luckily, our Bismarck manages to take out one of their battleships. And that leaves just a Bismarck and a destroyer to take on 2 destroyers and a battleship that I don't see at the moment. Now, I'm salivating at the opportunity to launch Japanese torpedoes at this Iowa, because it's pretty easy to hit an Iowa with torpedoes most of the time. And as you can see, there's the alarm going off, and we are officially being capped. So I'm going to throw these torpedoes out there, just trying to get them in the neighborhood and see if we can hit a couple on that Iowa. Because by the time I get these things reloaded, it'll be perfect to attack the base. So now, fire and forget. Just put them out there in the water, let them find what they find. You know, we know that the Iowa's there. And if he continues on course, he's going to catch at least 1, maybe 2, and down goes our Bismarck. And the destroyer to do it was a Le Terrible. Or Le Terrible. And there's a Lightning. Okay, so now we have a Lightning and a Le Terrible in our base with a battleship as backup. Neither of these are good for me to get into a gunfight with. And we get a couple hits on, well, or just one hit on the Iowa, but that's better than nothing. And our torps are almost back, about 20 seconds away. Luckily, the Le Terrible has made decisions that are not beneficial to his health, and we are going to try to help that. We get a hit on him. Are we going to finish him? Nope, the teammate is. The Benson manages to finish him off, and that leaves a Lightning over here just kind of begging for it. Now, luckily, we had the smoke screen between us and the Le Terrible, so he didn't even see us shoot at him. And that leaves this Lightning has no idea that I exist. If he's been paying attention, he would. But otherwise, he just doesn't. We launch our torps, and most importantly, get behind the smoke screen to start shooting. And unfortunately, Lightning takes down our Benson. And that kind of forces my hand. I cannot afford to get into a gunfight with this Lightning at the moment, because he has backup and I don't. So I go into this smoke screen and just start contesting. It's not my smoke screen, so why would anybody be here, right? Now, I'm sitting a little bit awful at the moment. If you're sitting in a smoke screen, and here I think I start to think about it, but you can see I'm trying to like give a narrower cross-section. You don't want to put yourself broadside to where torpedoes could come from in a smoke screen. Now you can see a Gneisenau out in the near future. And the Lightning we know is on our left, or at least we did know he was on our left, but he's disappeared outside of our detection range. So we're going to try to launch some torps. We got 10 seconds. Try to launch some torps at this Gneisenau. And he's making a pretty good move. Oh god, we just got detected by the Lightning. Time to run. And do we have smoke available? Pop the smoke. Thank you. Oh god. Okay, we're fine. Out of all of the things that could have happened, that was probably the best opportunity. Just get out of there. And now we're not going to sit in the smoke screen, because smoke screens are torpedo magnets. Everybody knows it. So we're just using the smoke to get away from the initial fire of the lightning. But I can't run too far because there's 2 people in our camp, and I have to engage. Now the lightning, being the ever opportunist that he is moving up to take on my smoke, which is not preferable, but of all of the things that could happen, it's not the worst because smoke screens work both ways. And if he's in the smoke screen, he can no longer spot me, which is preferable. And I'm about to get torpedoes back. What do you think's going to happen when I get my torpedoes back, guys? There's an angry smoke screen with a very, you know, gunfire rate, or gunfire rate, really, Spartan? A very anxious, trigger-happy destroyer in it. We're going to give him a wide berth, and just in case he's not going to sit where he was last spotted, we give another one a little further down. My thought process here was put as many torpedoes into that smoke screen as possible and hope for the best. Sometimes, you just get lucky. Wait for it. Pow! Down he goes. Goodbye, lightning. Devastating strike. And that leaves in a 2 versus 4. However, because the enemy has been in our base for so long, they have held our team back in points. Not only that, but we are currently down 2 ships. And so we need to try to make something happen here. Sinking a couple of these last remaining battleships would come a long way toward helping out whether or not we can do things. However, I'm going to call this a mistake. I start shooting at him, and the reason behind shooting at him was pretty ingenious. I set a fire, and I forced the Gneisenau to turn away, because generally speaking, when a destroyer shoots at a battleship, it's because he's already got torps in the water and he wants to try to start a fire. You start a fire, hope the guy burns his damage control, and then suddenly your torpedoes arrive and do flooding damage. And now you're flooding, and flooding is much worse than a fire. But in this case, me making him turn away reminds him of the fact that I am here. Now, we get a second fire here, and that's huge because he's already lost his damage control, which means he's going to burn for quite a while. Unfortunately, though, we give the wide berth because he's quite a ways away. He knows that we're here, and I figure, and the worst case scenario is I manage to clip him with 1 or 2. You know, that would be, like, worst case scenario. But unfortunately, once again, he just manages to do just enough to avoid our torpedoes. At the very last second, I thought he was going to run into the edge of the map and then have to turn back. Now, we get shot at. He gets one decent little hit on us. We're the last ship alive, and unfortunately, he just misses our torpedo. Now, we've done pretty well for ourselves up to this point. We've got 147,000 damage. We've got 2 kills. We've got a couple devastating strikes and a high caliber. So, we can't really hang our heads in shame at this point, but if I can manage to walk away with a little bit more, I would appreciate it. So I leave the Gneisenau to his fate. He's just out there in the middle of the ocean. I'm not chasing him. He's a waste of my time. However, we have an Iowa over here sailing straight towards me, and he has no idea that I have decided to shoot torps at him. And then I get another ship headed towards me, and these are all battleships. So I'm figuring, okay, I can get some more damage here. At worst case scenario, I walk away with 3 kills because that Iowa surely is going to run into those torpedoes. It doesn't look like it could be anything less than that. It looks like he's going to sail straight past the island. He's going to eat a wall of torpedoes. It's going to be beautiful. And I'm going to get another kill. But does he? Wait for it. Where's the kaboom? There's supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom! Really? Of course, I would get the one guy that decides, you know what, probably not a good idea to sail through this narrow gap in my Iowa. There's probably torpedoes on the way. And sure enough, he beached himself, and those torpedoes managed to miss. Unfortunate, but it's a thing. So with my last remaining salvo of torpedoes, can I get one more hit? This Amagi just saw torpedoes go by the Iowa, so why would he be expecting torpedoes anytime soon? He wouldn't, right? Because people always forget that torpedoes have a distance to travel to get to where they're going. So by the time you see the torpedoes, the next set of torpedoes is close to, if not already, being launched. And unfortunate for the Amagi, wait for it, hello sunshine, down he goes, taking us up to 182,000 damage. We start unloading the guns, probably could have been doing that the whole time, but I felt a little better after killing the Amagi, you know, because I was pretty salty after missing the Iowa. That Iowa did the right thing, and he lives. Top of the leaderboard, 2,200 XP, 3 kills, 182,000 damage, which ain't bad for somebody who plays battleships and a destroyer. So if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.